baby. When we marry, when the sky leans closer to the earth, and the earth lifts its dust in celebration, when hands are tied not by rope, but by promise, when your name becomes my shelter, and mine becomes your song, there's one thing you must never do. Never let the world convince you that love is ordinary, because what we will build will not be a small thing. It will not be a fragile glass to be placed high on a shelf and forgotten. It will be a kingdom without walls, a prayer without end, a sunrise that refuses to be rushed by time. When we marry, we will not just sign papers or exchange rings that glitter under borrowed lights. We will exchange fears, we will exchange childhood wounds, we will exchange silent battles no one else ever saw. And in that sacred exchange, there is one thing you must never do. Never stop choosing me on the days I am difficult to love, because there will be mornings when I wake up carrying storms in my chest, when my words are heavier than they should be, when silence wraps around me like a stubborn winter. On those days, do not walk away thinking love has weakened. Stay. Stay the way the moon stays loyal to the night, even when clouds try to erase it. When we marry, there will be laughter, so loud it scares the neighbors. Midnight tea in quiet kitchens, arguments about curtains, debates about baby names. We pretend not to have already chosen. But there will also be moments when pride knocks on our door. And there's one thing you must never do. Never let pride sleep. Between us, if we fight, fight with me, not against me. Do not build a wall from one misunderstanding. Do not let a single harsh word become a permanent scar. Come to me, even if your voice shakes, even if your ego protests. Come to me like a traveler returning home. When we marry, we will grow. And growth is not gentle. It stretches, it pulls, it sometimes hurts before it heals. You will change, I will change. But there is one thing you must never do. Never stop recognizing me beneath my evolution. If my dreams expand, walk beside them. If your ambitions rise like skyscrapers, let me be the ground that holds them steady. Do not fear who I am becoming, because the woman you marry is not a statue. She is a river. She moves, she deepens, she carves new paths through stubborn mountains. And when we stand on the balcony of years, looking back at the versions of us we used to be, promise me you will smile, not mourn. When we marry, there will be whispers from the world. Some will question us, some will envy us, some will predict our breaking. There is one thing you must never do. Never invite outsiders into our sacred storms. What we build is not for public judgment. It is not a stage performance. Our love is not a trending topic. It is a quiet revolution. Let our problems be solved in private. Let our healing be unseen. The strongest foundations are built underground, where no one claps for the effort. When we marry, there will be days when money feels tight, when responsibilities pile up like unpaid bills on the table. There will be nights when exhaustion replaces romance. And still, there's one thing you must never do. Never measure my worth by what I bring materially, because I will bring loyalty. I will bring resilience. I will bring a heart that refuses to quit, and that is wealth. No currency can define. When we marry, I will not be perfect. I will forget small things. I will sometimes overthink. I will cry over what seems minor. But there is one thing you must never do. Never mock my softness. My softness is not weakness. It is the reason our home will feel safe. It is the reason our children, if we are blessed with them, will grow up believing that tenderness is strength. When we marry, you will see me without filters, no carefully chosen angles, no practice smiles. You will see me tired. You will see me flawed. You will see me vulnerable in ways no one else ever has. And there is one thing you must never do. Never use my vulnerability as a weapon. If I tell you my fears, do not throw them back at me. During anger, if I confess my insecurities, do not sharpen them into knives. Guard my secrets like they are your own. When we marry, let our home be a sanctuary, not a battlefield, not a competition, not a courtroom where we keep score. And there's one thing you must never do. Never compare our story to someone else's highlight reel. We are not Romeo and Juliet, destined for tragedy. We are not a chapter in a novel that ends in heartbreak. We are our own beginning, our own plot twist, our own forever. When we marry, I will stand beside you, not as your shadow, not as your decoration, but as your partner. And there is one thing you must never do. Never silence my voice. If I disagree, listen. If I dream, encourage. If I fall, help me rise without making me feel small. Because love is not control. Love is collaboration. When we marry, we will age. Lines will appear where laughter lived. Hair will silver like winter